l'enfer noir.
Parlez fort, l'itande.
Parlez fort, l'itande.
La neige pas qu'à cacher sans qui coule.
La neige pas qu'à cacher.
Nous sous terre, mais ciel là, ouais.
Nous sous terre, mais ciel là, ouais.
Nous libérer,
pas ces temps.
nous
libérer, c'est bon Dieu qui mène.
chaîne cassée en bas, mais nous
Fabri, chaîne cassée.
soleil élevé.
L'éclairer tout côté, l'homme pas qu'à craser, ça n'a fait.
Nous libérer,
pas ces temps.
nous
libérer, c'est bon Dieu qui mène nous.
bateau yo te vini.
Et nous camper.
Fais force nous camper.
Yo prends terre, yo prends entrailles, mais yo pas prend l'esprit na bataille.
Nous libérer,
pas ces temps.
nous
libérer, c'est bon Dieu qui mène nous.
We are prisoners. We are not free. I'm gonna let you chew on that. That's your homework for next week. Gotta keep your brain from scrolling off a cliff on TikTok. Church. Can I talk to my people this morning? Now I know y'all heard them sing. Oh yes. I saw the claps, the sway, the shouts. But let me ask you something. Did you understand the word they said? I bet you heard the song, but couldn't figure it down what your twin brother or sister was saying. Yes, I said your twin. You may have come from the same womb, same father, same blood. Names like Jimba, Akin, Jape, Fatu, Fumi, and Femi. But now y'all go by Johnson, Thomas, Marie, Jean, and Pierre. Names that were engraved on you like tags on cattle. Stamped into your bones so deep, you forgot you were once called Kunta and Kente. Now you act like Elvis and Presley, dancing while the fire burns your own house down. Let me remind you, child of God, you didn't apply for no visa. You got a forced visa. You didn't sneak over no border. You were shipped. You didn't overstay your welcome. You were never welcomed. You were given a 400-year visa. That's 144,000 days. Now imagine working every one of them with no pay. Not a dime, not a thank you, not a rest. But let's rewind to last week's fire. That wasn't just a song, no. That was revelation wrapped in rhythm. The brothers sang, they tell you waiting brings the blessing, but suffering don't feel divine. You praying for a better heaven, while they robbing you blind in time. They say your pain is part of glory, but that just ain't my story. You hear that? That's not kumbaya. That ain't daylight coming to wanna go home. That's not spiritual anesthesia. That's a cry from the bone. And now what? They're forcing folks back, not to the Gold Coast where they snatched your breath, but to Sudan for sundown, to El Salvador for salvation, with killers as roommates and ICE as your landlord. And worst of all, they got an Uncle Thomas. Yes, I said it, an ordained Uncle Tom, wearing a robe at the Supreme Court, leading a pack like a pharaoh's taskmaster, rubber stamping chains and calling it justice. Oh yes, you've been given notice. The boats are coming. Don't be surprised if they stuff them in Carnival cruise ships or just let them swim, because to them, you still Kunta. But here in Rev Mike's house, we ain't forgot who we are. We ain't singing for escape. We sing to expose. We ain't bowing. We're burning with truth. So sit tight, church. Today, we light a fire for Haiti. For every brother they deport, every sister they silence, every child they abandon, and the rubble they created. Today, we call down the heavens. Can I get an amen? Let me tell you about Haiti. Matter of fact, I think I'ma sit down for this one, 'cause my hips feel heavy under the weight of this story. Not just the weight of history, but the weight of betrayal, of blood, of broken promises, and bones that still speak in the soil. See, Haiti ain't just an island. It's a testament. A miracle made from rebellion. A trumpet blast that said, we ain't property, we people. But the world wasn't ready. And ever since then, they've been punishing that island for being free too early, too black, too brave. So yeah, I'm gonna take my seat and let the truth stand tall. You ready? 'Cause what we're about to walk through ain't no vacation. It's the weight of Haiti, and we all gotta feel it. Haiti wasn't always called that. Once upon a time, it was Haiti, the land of high mountains, home to the Taino people, long before the white sails arrived. Then came Columbus in 1492. With him came genocide, slavery, and the bloody blueprint for the plantation system. France later took half of the island. They named it Saint-Domingue and turned it into the wealthiest colony in the world. Sugar, coffee, and cotton flowed. But the cost? Black backs, whipped flesh, severed tongues, burned rebellion. Over 500,000 enslaved Africans made up 90% of the population, treated like cattle, bred like beasts. But the fire of freedom was in their bones. In 1791, the slaves rose up, led by names you should know: Dutty Boukman, Toussaint Louverture, Jean-Jacques Dessalines. They didn't protest, they fought. They burned the plantations, crushed Napoleon's army, and declared Haiti free in 1804. The first Black Republic. The only nation in history born from a successful slave revolt. But the world punished them for it. France demanded reparations for the loss of their property, the very people they had enslaved. Haiti paid billions in today's money for over a century. They bled themselves dry to repay their oppressors. America and Europe turned their backs. They isolated Haiti. No trade, no aid, no respect. Only invasions, dictators, and crippling debt. And today, they still pay the price. Earthquakes, assassinations, sanctions, mass deportations, and now, forced removals from countries built off the same black backs Haiti freed. So yes, you may not understand Haitian patois, but you better understand the fire in that voice, the same fire in you, because what they did to Haiti, they're doing to you again. All right, now, I want y'all to stand with me. We done preached, we done cried, we done told the truth straight, no chaser. But now, we gonna let our bodies do the speaking. This next part, it ain't got no voices, no chorus, no chants, no words. 'Cause we sick and tired of singing through pain. We ain't got nothing left to say, but we still got our feet. So we gon' stomp them back to the motherland, back to the dirt where they first tried to bury us, back to the drum. No Gold's Gym, no subscriptions, no neck chains from Gucci, just raw freedom in motion. That's what our people did. They danced the shackles off. They broke chains with rhythm. They ran toward the horizon with barefoot prayers and fire in their spine. Now listen. They're gonna call this voodoo. But let me tell you something. Christianity is our voodoo too. It's our expression. It's our resistance. It's our release. So give it up for our gallant, brave, and godly brothers and sisters from Haiti. They're about to show you what liberation looks like. This ain't no show. This is a summon. As they dance, we gonna whisper in our spirits. Freedom shall carry you home. We are dancing back to the motherland, saints. So yes, children of God, dance and set your mind free.